Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I'm an instructor here in the Houston, Texas area. In this video, we'll be covering the ARC command in AutoCAD 2018. And the ARC command, as being one of the basic ones, also is the most intimidating one. If you come up here to your screen and you open up ARC, you see all of these options and you may seem overwhelmed. And I can tell you that that it is very simple. That I know in my classroom I'll ask my student, I'm going to have you draw an arc. Which one of these are you going to use? And of course, I typically don't get an answer, but the answer I'm looking for is I'm going to use the one that I have the information. Okay, if you've got an arc that has a start, a center, and an angle, then that's the one you're going to use. There's no other ones to use. But if I was to sit here and tell you, okay, I want you to, and I'm just going to type it up here real quick. I want you to do one with a start, end, and angle. And then I want you to do one with the center, the end, and the angle. Okay, so I'll kind of zoom in on those so we can see them. So if I said do those, then you would come over here and go start, end, angle. Well, that's the one you use. That's the only one you would use. So it eliminates all the other ones. Center, end, angle. Center, they actually don't have one for that, but we'll go with center, start, angle. If I change that to start. So, because typically you wouldn't have an end because then it wouldn't mathematically work. So you have these different options. A 3-point is just where you randomly want to pick 3 points, 1 point there, 1 point there, and draw an arc. Understanding that, you'll hear in other commands I will say to hit enter to start the last command. In ARC, that does not work. If you come over here and you do start, center, end, okay, and do it, like that, and then you hit enter, okay, it's going start, and it's not doing the same thing. As you can see, it's a different type of arc. So arc is the unique one where you can't repeat. Now I will tell you that arc is a good command, but you're going to find that when you use the fillet command that it will eliminate most of your use of an arc. Sometimes you will need to use it, but there's a couple things, and it's older and versions I want to explain to you about. We'll go with start, end, angle. So if I wanted to make an arc look like this, I cannot start here, end here, and go up, because if you remember, everything goes counterclockwise. Even when you create an arc, it goes counterclockwise. So for me to create this, I cannot create it that way. I have to go counterclockwise. That is for the older versions of AutoCAD. Uh, Finally, in their infamous wisdom, AutoCAD has it. If I wanted to go from here to here and do this, as you can see, every time I come, but if you hit your control key while you're in this, it flips it to the other side for you. Let go of the control key and it's on the bottom. Okay, see, I can't get it to the top until I hit the control key, and then it switches it for you. That's a very cool thing. I will tell you that I learned this maybe 3 years ago. That's why I love teaching AutoCAD, is because I'm constantly learning and keeping up with these little extra things that AutoCAD brings in newer versions. You have to understand, the first time I used AutoCAD was in 1990, and it was release 8, and there's no numbers before that. It was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back then, if you wanted to do an arc, this was the only way you could do it. You do it from that way, or you would start on this end to do it that way. So you have that control key. But just remember that, what to take away the intimidation of this is, you will use the information. If you look at your drawing and you say, I've got this, this, and this, and you need 3 pieces of information to do an arc, okay, you can't do it with anything more less than that. Whatever you have, is what you use. Okay, and that makes the arc somewhat easier. But like I said, typically you're going to be using the fillet command, because even here, if I draw two lines, if I draw an arc, a 3-point arc, see if I can get it here real quick. That may look nice, but that's not tangent. As you can see, it's got that sharp curve right there. Uh, so it is a good command, but don't let it intimidate you. Remember, use the one that you have the information for. There's no duplicate information. You're not going to have three pieces of information and say, oh, that's this one and this one. No, you will have different pieces of information. And that concludes my video on ARC. Thank you.